Welcome back again with me Sneak Compare, and today I have another comparison video for you guys between two pairs of Nike Lebron Nxxt Generation Wolf Grey colorway. So let's find out where's the difference. As you can see here on the first sample, on the marking area here, you can see the leather here is, you can see the layer here, the blue slightly go down. It's just straight like this, whereas on the authentic one it's a little bit rounded around here. And also stitching here on top of this, it's very crooked, a little bit messed up. Another sample again, as you can see the color here is totally different. It's a lot more darker blue, even though this one is translucent color, but on the fake one the color is slightly darker than on the authentic. And also you can see the layer blue here is slightly to the left here. It should be like the authentic, like this. And also the small Nike swoosh here is touching the blue layer, slightly go down compared to the authentic. There is a little bit gap here. Another sample again on the marking area, you can see there is no gap between the stitching here and the small Nike swoosh, whereas on the authentic there is a little bit gap here. And again, this one, the leather here is just straight like this, whereas on the authentic it's a little bit rounded. Another sample again, you can see the stitching is looking a little bit same, but again this one is too close. The Nike swoosh is slightly go down. The shape of the leather here is a lot more rounded here than the fake one. And another sample again, you can see the color of the Nike swoosh here is a lot more darker on the fake one. And the stitching is crooked, very crooked, messed up. And don't forget, this one is very clear, it's totally different. Well, the leather here goes all the way down behind the midsole here. So actually the flaws always like this, always on the leather here, the shape of the leather. This one is slightly rounded around here, this one is just straight like this. Take a closer look. As you can see, the stitching is messed up, stitching is crooked on the fake one compared to the authentic. It's very solid, very clean. Moving to the inside part of the shoes, look at my pointer. The lace hole here is too close with the stitching here. There's no gap compared to the authentic. There is a little bit gap between the lace hole and the stitching here. And also the stitching on the Nike swoosh is crooked, is messed up on the fake one compared to the authentic. Another sample again, as you can see here, it's too close with the stitching. This one has a little bit gap. Another sample again, as you can see the stitching here is too short and messed up here, it's too crooked. Then on the authentic one here, another sample again, as you can see here, still same, too close. The lace hole is too close with the stitching. And again, another sample, the stitching always like this. Just directly look right on the stitching because it's very crooked, it's messed up like this. It's not on the same level or not on the same size. This one is a lot more narrow, this one is a little bit wider. It's totally different like the authentic. Looking from above here, as you can see, the Nike embroidery here, the Nike LBG is slightly go down on the stitching, it's too close compared to the authentic. So there is a lot more gap between the LBG embroidery and the stitching here. There is a lot more gap compared to the fake one here. And this one also, stitching here on the authentic is formed like X letter compared to the fake one. The fake one is like very clear here, it's like a V letter. Another sample again, it's very clear, easy to spot. As you can see on the heel, there's very dirty on top of the midsole here. There is a glue stain. And also this one, the gray layer is too close with the stitching, slightly go down compared to the authentic. There is a little bit gap between the blue layer here and the gray layer. Another sample, still same, there's too close between the gray layer and the stitching. And this one also, you can see behind the gray layer there is a X stitching, whereas on the fake one it's only like a V letter. It's totally different, pretty easy to spot. Alright guys, that's my explanation. I hope you get it, and if you have any question and request, just write down in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next video.